There's been a lot of talk lately about small guards in the NBA. The league is bigger, stronger, and more switch-heavy than ever. For guards under 6'2", the window to succeed, it's tight and shrinking.
And I'm like, I don't know if the 6'2" and under guard is at a premium no more as a starter. Maybe as a backup.
And to be honest, that's not far off.
It's all the way for this team. Anthony had it knocked away, stolen, but he got it back. They say the shot clock is at 3. 3 on 1.
For most. But there's a small group who are flipping the script. Jalen Brunson.
Nick's trying to wait until the end. Brunson puts up a 3. Bang! Bang! Jalen Brunson hits the 3 with 4.3 remaining.
Trae Young.
Trae against Brown. 3 for the win. Let's go.
Payton Pritchard.
Rebound. Here's Pritchard. He loves these. Puts it up half court of the buzzer. Bang! Pritchard at the buzzer.
They're not just small. They're skilled. Highly skilled. In this episode, we break down the non-negotiables, the skills small guards must master to not only survive, but to actually thrive in today's game.
The scoring factory on 3. 1, 2, 3, scoring factory.
What's going on, everybody? Coach Kevin with the Scoring Factory, back with part 4 of our breakdown series. Today, we are going to be talking about the essential skills for smaller guards to thrive at high levels of basketball. So let's get right into it. The first skill that we're going to be talking about today that small guards need to master is shooting. Shooting is one of the most important skills in today's game, regardless of size. But the smaller that a player gets, the more important it becomes for them to be able to shoot the ball. For small guards, shooting isn't just about scoring, it's also what earns you space, gravity, and respect on the floor. Without shooting, you're easier to switch, you're easier to sag off, you're easier to help off of. Anytime you are easier to guard, it is a bad thing, and without the ability to shoot the basketball, you become easier to guard. So there's two main ways that we shoot the ball in games. There's catch and shoot, and there's off the dribble. So let's start with catch and shoot. This is really the most foundational way for small guards to stay on the floor, especially when they're playing off the ball. When we look at Payton Pritchard, he hit 41.2% of his catch and shoot threes last season, which is significantly above league average. And if you want to stay on the floor as a small guard, you need to shoot above league average when it comes to catch and shoot threes. Pritchard doesn't need much time, he doesn't need a lot of space. His footwork, his prep, and his release speed make him a reliable spacer on the floor. Whether he's relocating off of penetration or sprinting into a slot fill in transition, Pritchard is shot ready at all times. These are all things that we work on at the Scoring Factory. Shooting, sprinting into shots, catching in different ways, off different passes from different angles. These are all things that we work on with all of our players to make our players better prepared to thrive in today's basketball. The next way is off the dribble. This is where gravity really starts to stretch a defense. Trae Young is one of the best in the league at shooting off the dribble. He averaged 6.8 off the dribble 3-point attempts per game last year, which was top 5 in the NBA. He uses ball screens to force drop coverage, and if defenders go under, it's 3 points every time. Our next skill is finishing. Shooting is what gets defenders to close out, but finishing is what allows you to punish those closeouts. And for small guards, finishing in the paint is not about athleticism. It's mostly about control, angles, and touch. When we look at the best in the league at this today, 2 of them are Jalen Brunson and Trae Young. Jalen Brunson is a master at getting into the paint and playing off of 2 feet. He knows that he cannot jump over defenders and that he has to move them or be more creative than them and get them off balance. In the 2024 playoffs, Brunson averaged 14.7 points per game in the paint, which was the most by any guard in a postseason since 1996. What makes that so impressive is how he gets those buckets. He'll land on 2 feet, pump fake, pivot, fade, whatever it takes to keep himself under control. Also, this allows him to have options. He can pass off of 2 feet. When you jump off of 1 foot, you are left with about a half a second to make a decision, playing off 2 feet keeps you in control and makes decisions slower. When defenders crowd Brunson, he is still able to get it done. According to the NBA's closest defender tracking, Brunson shot 41.2% on attempts with defenders within 2 feet. That is elite footwork and balance under pressure. Now, every guard wants to score in the paint, but not every guard wants contact. Some win by avoiding it completely, and that's where floaters come into play. Trae Young uses his floater like a layup. In the 23-24 season, 28% of paint shots were floaters for Trae, which was one of the highest rates in the league. It is the perfect counter to drop coverage. He gets defenders on their back of their heels and then flips up the shot before the contest can get there. It's quick and it's out of his hands the moment that he touches the paint. For smaller guards, that in-between game becomes essential because you're not always going to get all the way to the rim, and even if you do, there are 7-foot rim protectors waiting for you. Being able to combine 2-foot finishing and floaters gives smaller guards a complete paint package, whether they want to create contact or avoid it entirely. But sometimes the defense plays things really well and the shot clock is low, the spacing's gone. That's when you need to be able to make tough shots, which is our next skill. Tough shot making is so important because even if you have the best shooting and finishing skills, it doesn't guarantee an open look every single possession. Sometimes you have to create a shot where one doesn't exist, whether that's against pressure, off balance, or with a hand in your face. Tough shot making is what separates the good from the great. One of the best in the game today is Jalen Brunson. In 2024, he shot 48.5% on mid-range jumpers contested within 2 feet, which is really a testament to his quick release and his ability to get shots off under pressure. Whether it's a step back, a fadeaway, or a turnaround, Brunson makes shots that many small guards simply won't attempt. Trae Young and Payton Pritchard also know what it means to make tough shots. Trae shoots a variety of step back threes and crafty floaters over length, which keeps defenses guessing, while Pritchard takes deep contested threes and mid-range runners that show his confidence in his ability to score. It keeps defenses honest and also creates more opportunities for their teammates. If we're being realistic, not every small guard is going to be an elite shooter or an unstoppable finisher. But that doesn't mean that you still can't carve out minutes for yourself at the highest level. Defense and relentless effort will keep you on the floor and earn you more minutes. Look at guys like Davion Mitchell and TJ McConnell. They're both under 6'2", and they're not the flashiest scorers, even though they do know when to pick their spots. They're known league-wide for their defensive intensity and hustle. McConnell picks up 94 feet, gets steals, and never backs down throughout the course of the game. Davion Mitchell, the exact same thing. NBA tracking shows that small guards who bring defensive impact and effort have a much better chance of sticking in the league long term, even if they're not lighting it up on offense. So whether it's shooting, finishing, tough shot making, or lockdown defense, the path for small guards isn't easy. It demands skill, effort, and a relentless will to adapt and improve. Jalen Brunson, Trae Young, Payton Pritchard, and even defenders like Davion Mitchell and TJ McConnell show what it really takes to thrive at the highest level. So if you're a guard and you want to make an impact at the highest level of basketball, these are the essential skills to master. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment what you want to see next. Follow us on our social medias at The Scoring Factory, and I will see everybody in the next video.